doing 3 pit stops, then a good alternative, well, the only alternative, if you ask me, is 2 pit stops, medium, medium, soft. Street Shark is the most suitable boost here, and we say Street Shark because we need. It's the only boost that gives us enough tire management and speed, uh, because we need both of them in this track. But of course, we have to be careful on how much we push the red button, because as you know, uh, we don't here, we're not boosting our fuel, so we have to be a little bit more careful with it. Okay, that's it for Saudi Arabia. And next track, Mexico City, again a dry race. So for me, if you ask me, I like to go the fast and furious way, even here in Mexico. But Mexico, let's go back and see. As you can see, sector one, the first sector, is the fast sector, is where we can use uh, now for our second driver. 5-3, medium the first stint, soft the second stint, and again here we can choose the fast and furious way, dead fast, gladiator, eclipse, or uh, we can choose to attack in sectors 2 and 3, where downforce, Nazar, uh, maybe we could use Skull, which has corners, maybe Jin or Kawai, but with Skull, Jin or Kawai, we must be very conservative, especially in the first stint, so we can do 5 laps with the medium compound. Uh, this strategy works if you are in the middle of the pack or at the back of the pack. I wouldn't choose it if you start uh, at the top of the grid, because it's better at the top of the grid to start with the soft compound, so you can have a better start. Our third strategy here, which is very good if you are at the top of the grid, because you are starting with a soft compound, or at the back of the grid because you are doing the undercut. This is very good. 3-5 soft and medium. Soft, three laps with a soft compound and 5 laps with a medium compound. And the boosts Taurus, Eagle, alternatively Frost. I would mainly go with Taurus, second choice Eagle, and third choice Frost. Five. Getting Taurus. Let's see. Taurus. Giving our driver Taurus boosting. It means that in the second stint, where we have 5 laps with a medium compound, um, we can push a lot. And as you can see, Taurus not is not only giving us tire management but fuel management too. So we can push in the first 3 laps, and we have the ability, if needed, to push in the second 3 laps. Okay, and that's it for Mexico. And let's go to track number 3, which is Zandvoort, Netherlands. Well, here again, there is a bit of, uh, let's say, a discussion of how we must approach the and okay, I'm waiting to get some hooks. As you see, I only have 12, but I'm waiting to get some hooks from this exhibition speed pass and finally start using it again. Hook is very good here because, uh, of course, 5 in over Uh, so, and of course, one of the best boosts for cornering and grip, Kawai, foreign corners, foreign grip, great boost for a track like this. This is an alternative way to go in Zandvoort, and of course there is another strategy which I like probably the most from the all four we have shown you. This strategy is uh, going 4-3, two stints with softs. So it means we are going to use Taurus or Frost, mainly Taurus. Let's go and see Taurus again and why we are using this strategy. So if you choose this strategy, be careful. Your first stint, you are going to try to overtake all other cars that are using medium. Again, the alternative, because many players are using it. So if you are at the back of the pack, 2-3-3, soft, medium, medium, for your driver, do the undercut. It works here too. It's not so effective like in Imola, but it's very effective uh, here too. So if you are at the back of the pack, mainly wherever you are, 2-3-3, soft, medium, medium, and you are okay. Well, if you start in front of the pack, then probably you would like to go soft, medium, soft. Uh, but okay, it's up to you, and you can you can decide during the race, depending on how the race goes, and if you are in front and with a big gap from the second driver. Now, for your second driver, it's the same strategy. It's like a mirror, 3-3-2. Uh, yep, 3-3-2, medium, medium, soft. Oh, I forgot. Okay, excuse me. 2-3-3. Oh, okay. Something happened to my second strategy in Miami, and I don't have it here. Okay. Uh, don't worry. We can. We're going to say it. Uh, so, um, the second strategy, as in Jeddah, 3-3-2, medium, medium, soft, with street shark. Of course, if you are at the back of the pack, you could easily do the undercut. So go 2 laps with soft compound at the beginning of the race, the first stint, and then medium, medium, and push more. You can go like this, but mainly stick to this or medium, medium, soft with street shark. Okay, don't know what happened to this slide, but okay, these things happen. And let's go. Yeah, we are. Uh, if it rains, it's 9%, but you never know. Maybe it rains. Uh, Again, as you can see, I have to say something before we see these strategies. I have to say that I haven't raced even once Miami with rain. So this is an educated guess, more more of an educated guess than something that I have tested. So okay, don't take my word on it, but I believe that this is the way. Hex exception or Samba, uh, but mainly Hex an exception for this strategy. And of course, we can go 3-3-2. Again, Hex an exception. So you can go your one driver if you want uh, three pit stops with uh, three pit stops with exception. And I say exception because this is the boost that is giving us some fuel boosting. But it's an alternative. I think this is a very slow uh, tactic strategy. So I wouldn't go for it. But as I say, I haven't seen how easy we can overtake in Miami when it rains, because this is crucial. If we are going with this, we need to be able to overtake during the race. And well, I imagine that Miami is easy to overtake even when it rains. Okay, and off we go to Monza. Yep, where of course here again we have very big possibility of raining. So that's this is why um, we are And now this is the choice. If you are at the back of the pack, for the driver, your driver with the highest starting position in the grid, 4 mediums, and now you have to decide if you're going to go fast with Street Shark or go a little bit faster in some corners that are in Monza and use downforce. I would choose Street Shark, but as I always say, this is me, this is how I play. Uh, you can always choose another, you can have another optic, another point of view for some tracks. Now, if it rains, again, if you are in front of the pack or at the back of the pack, 233, hex and exception, of course. I'm waiting for Easter. The second driver, 4-5, downforce, Nazar, or Eagle. I think downforce and Eagle, let's see Eagle again, are the best choices here. As you can see, Eagle, it will give us lots of grip and tire management. And with 4 in tire management, we can push a lot in the second stint. And as I always say here in Austria, uh, the driver that is going to do the first stint 5 laps is going to have Herald Vice or Firework, and the second driver is going to have Downforce or Eagle because the second stint is 5 laps and we need tire boosting in order to have the ability to push. Now, uh, we talked about this is how you are going to win if you are in the middle of the pack or at the back of the pack. But what happens when you are in front of the grid and you want to get the fastest lap? You are not going to have the fastest lap with medium with mediums. You have to use softs. Well, there is an alternative. Softs would tune in or instinct and this is to win the race. If you are in the middle of the pack, maybe, or at the back of the pack, a little bit tricky, but you can do it. Uh, but this is not how you are going to get the fastest lap. If you want the fastest lap, you are starting, of course, with the soft compound, and your best two choices are Vice and Firework, so you can do the fastest lap. And be careful, the fastest lap is doable if you go P1 in the first lap and then push like hell in the second lap and maybe in the third lap, but that's it, because after that you are going to reach